can be all that you are.
Hey everyone, welcome to This Era. Thanks for tuning in. This is the show that talks about the many sides of me. I'm your host, Kevin. Sit back, relax, sip some tea, and enjoy this episode. Hi everyone. Oh my god, guys, I'm like testing out this new way of recording my episodes. So this episode will be a little bit odd. I'm currently recording on sort of a handheld mic, just having like those kind of bedtime thoughts. I feel like it's more raw, it's more genuine. Somebody's messaging me on my phone now. Um, but yeah, cause guys, like sometimes I think about weird things, or like just random thoughts. What are they called? Like just bedside table thoughts, whatever. And I'm like, this is worth being on a podcast. And like I hate that. I'm like, I'm not gonna get up right now and just go record, And I'm like, I wish I had some microphone near me. And I think somebody that does this is, I don't know if some of you know Emma Chamberlain. Emma Chamberlain. I don't know her name. I don't know how to say her name. Emma Chamberlain. I don't know. But she makes podcast, and like she has a podcast, whatever, and she I've seen her like in some videos, like she's recording with a microphone in bed, like all cozy in bed. And I feel like that is like so genuine, and like you genuinely have like a real thought reaction. And I'm doing that right now. I'm like just kind of laying down. I'm kind of getting in position right. It's my microphone is plugged into my phone via USB-C, and I'm just holding it, and it's just nice. I could set it on my what's it called? My stomach here if I want to. I'm currently kind of holding it. But anyways, hi everyone. I have some phlegm. I went to Disneyworld. By the time this episode is up, it's probably going to be like, I don't know, maybe already months ahead. But I went to Disney World with two of my friends for Halloween, the Halloween week. And also, I just wanted to mention this episode is probably extremely random. It's just my thoughts. And I think that's where I'm going to start heading towards the direction of my podcast here, the many sides of me. So, anyways, as I was saying, sweetie, as I was saying, I was in Disney World, and we went for like what? So we went on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's like kind of 4 days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 5 days, right? So Saturday I arrived. We pretty much stayed at the resort and did whatever. And then Sunday, a park. Monday, a park, which was Halloween, right? God, I don't know. I'm confused. And then Tuesday, Tuesday a park, and then Wednesday come home early in the morning. I arrived here where I live at when did I arrive? Like at 3 p.m. So not that bad. I got time. I was able to like clean my clothes and stuff, so it was really nice. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here. I was sort of thinking right now. I was having that moment right now where I was like, oh, like what am I doing? I'm like thinking to myself, and I'm like, I'm not talking about this stuff into a podcast. And so I immediately grabbed my mic, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this episode or just talk, whatever. which is what I do best. I just speak for everything. Um, Very Kevin of me. Hi everyone who's listening, and thanks for listening to me. Okay, this is my random thoughts, and I was like thinking, I'm like, ugh, like I love how a vacation was just like this little vacation. Like people say, oh, vacations are like to relax and such, and it's like I get it, and like I'm like, you're right, like I did that did happen, but I sort of like went and like I went there to kind of get rid of the set of problems that I had here at home, and I sort of just developed a new set of problems at the vacation. Like I just grabbed a new set of problems, and those problems were like, oh, let's get when am I gonna get food? What time am I gonna wake up? How am I gonna get ready? Showering, the heat, the humidity, Genie Plus for those who know about Disney World. My Magic Band. I have to charge my shit. I have to fucking go, I don't know, poop or something. I have to buy food. Like, it's this new set of problems that you get. That's completely getting rid of the problems at home, but you have a new set of problems in Disney World. Wow, look at that. Um, I don't know. That's pretty much it. Like, I was like thinking, I'm like, okay, like, you just developed a new set of problems to take care of. I did get rid of all the stress that's at home. Um, I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts? I know this is so, guys, like, I'm having that one weird moment right now, just now, like, where it's like, I talk about like things like this where it's like, I don't know, my brain goes into very random routes like this, and I think this is sort of what I want to talk about to people, and it's like, but like who? And I think an outlet for me to talk about these things is like the podcast. So here I am. I know this sounds kind of like sad and lonely, but like not really. That's not the problem here. Like it's just it's like this need for communication. And maybe that is a problem. I don't know, guys. Like you're probably witnessing some kind of weird health thing. I mean, I did go to therapy, by the way. Hi guys. I went to therapy like very recently, and that was pretty nice. It was this lady named Lynn, and I had some set of challenges I wanted to speak about, and I talked about it. What else? Um, I think my parents arrived. I'm like hearing them in the background. Oh, they did. I can hear them. Oh, but what was I saying? Um, oh yeah, so like that went well. I was like talking about certain things, whatever. Because like I had like, what was it? And this person might be listening currently right now, and if they are, then how are you? I hope you're okay. But this like person that I knew like completely, um, I don't know if anybody could hear that in the background. But anyways, this person completely just blocked me, and it was sad because like I knew this person. Um, I'm not gonna go into much detail with that, but that was like sort of like that thing, that sort of fear that I had. And there was this other person too. I don't know if they're listening. This is like probably like months in ahead that this episode would be out, but also kind of like went away. And it's interesting because it's like now there I have this like not looming fear, but like this like little fear that would happen again with like the people that I currently know. And I don't know if that's like something that it's like part of me is like, oh, it's okay, and the other part of me is like, oh, like friends come and go, right? And I feel like a lot of family members have said that. Like I had like my brother would say that all the time, but I hate to think about that. Like, that's not something that I thought about. And I feel like I'm currently thinking about that. Because during the vacation, a set of challenges happened in the relationships and like in the communication. And I think that brought up like this anxiety and don't think that I didn't talk about these things, like I did talk about these things to my two friends, whatever. But it brought up this challenge, whatever, because I wanted to come there to not only support my friend in like whatever that he wanted to do during that vacation, but he already did it before. So this vacation was kind of like a fun thing instead of like a proposal, which is what it was originally going to be. But anyways, it felt challenging because I felt like in a moment that I was like burdening the vacation, but in reality, it was really um, for each individual person. It was like for me, and I had these random thoughts like throughout the whole thing that I'm like, oh, like I'm doing this for me, you know? Hello? My mom just walked in and she closed my door. She looked at me all weird. She was like looking at me weird. And then she closed the door. It was so funny. I wish you guys could have seen this. But anyways, this like, what was I saying? Oh, it was this looming fear that I'm like, that this person, these friends were kind of fading away too. It brought this fear, guys, that I had like, I think like Um, a few years ago, I was with my other friend and a friend at the time, and then this current friend, and like challenges happened, and I had to sort of step away. I had to remove myself from the the burden that I had. Physical pain and emotional pain. Well, emotional pain. I guess it's physical too. Because it's emotional pain, but it feels physical. I don't know. Whatever. What am I talking about? I'm just blabbering around now. Not really. Maybe this is something that could help people. Um, and I removed myself from that whole situation. And I think I kind of got sidetracked here. I did talk about this in one of these episodes. I don't know what episode I talked about in probably another season, but removed myself from my friends and that other friend. And then I sort of rekindled that friendship when I split with my ex, which is so interesting. I probably would talk about it in a later episode. I did want to talk about those things in this season, but I don't even know if that's gonna happen. And like, it was a lot, but I do want to talk about those things because that not only helps me, but also might help other people too. But anyways, back to this. That sort of like that sort of like anxiety and that sort of like emotional trauma that I have from that sort of like friendship thing started coming back during this sort of period with the vacation. And like, I hated that feeling because like, it's like, it felt familiar and like, I didn't want to feel that way, especially during like a trip that was meant to help me relax or whatever, or like just for us to have fun. Long story short, we did communicate very quickly. Currently at this time, I haven't fully spoken with my friend. But I'm sure that, yeah, this episode would be out like later. I'm sure that by the time this episode is out, we already communicated thoroughly about those things. Who knows where we're gonna be at? I'm sure if it's gonna be fine, like 100%, it has to be fine. Um, but what I'm saying is like, it just felt off. I'm not gonna go into pretty much all the detail, but and but yeah, I just had this like random thought where I was like, oh my god, you bring a whole set of challenges with real life, and then a vacation just sort of just kind of adds like this new set of challenges. Was that just the thing that I thought about? I don't know. Is that like a me thing? Or is that like in general? Like, have you guys had a sort of vacation and like, do you think like you have a new set of problems now? Like, I don't know. It just felt like I had a new set of problems. They weren't bad ones. It's like, I don't know. I think every day is just a new set of challenges, really, in reality. Like tomorrow, currently, recording this episode, I work tomorrow and it's like the new set of challenge tomorrow is like waking up. Waking up and literally like eating and going to work and working. Like that's a new set of challenge in a day. Fun, like I think this is a great like little moment to talk about my a different therapy session I had a long time ago, and my therapist was like, what do you like, what did he say? He said, um, what are you gonna do today that's gonna make today a great day? And so sometimes I think about that. Sometimes I wake up and maybe it's challenging that day. And I'm like, what am I gonna do today that's gonna be a great day? And that's something that I kind of repeated myself to myself during the vacation, for example. And it's like there was moments where I had to reassure myself and be like, it's okay. Like everything's fine. It's okay. And like, or um, God, I don't know, guys. It sounds like a problem, like the way I'm saying it, but like I think it's a form of like self-soothing. I don't know, what's the word? I don't know the right words, but like people, you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm not really good at explaining the words with these things. I feel like if I was talking to like another person, they'll explain it so well, um, or articulate what I'm trying to say. Is that a problem too? That I don't know how to do that? I don't know. Who cares? Um, Sorry, that little fart noise was my mouth. I'm sorry. What's it called? Oh, I decorated my room today for Christmas time. Um, Not super Christmassy, but like just subtle little like wintry things, like a winter vibe. Not Christmas, just more winter vibe. So I removed my pumpkins. I moved it to the living room for my parents, for my mom. And then I put like these cute little things that I got from Target. Obviously, I got it from Target. And it's like these little snowmen and like these reindeers and these trees I had from the previous years. So it looks really, really cute. Also, my stupid plant. Sorry, I don't hate you, plants. I love you. But there's these two plants that are giving me such a hard time and it's making me so mad. Literally, the one that I'm staring at right now is on its last leg. It's literally one leaf out of this whole plant that used to be thriving and now it's like dead. And the other one is like crisped up and it's literally outside. It's probably gonna die, but I put it outside. The rest of them are doing kind of fine. My Sansevieria, my snake plant, sort of withered for some random reason. I don't know if I gave it too much water or something, but that's like extremely rare for me, and like I feel kind of weird. Or either or maybe like the plant sucked up like the bad vibes from somebody. So thanks plant for doing that. I feel like I don't know. It's not. Is that like a superstitious thing? What is it called? I don't know if I'm super like if that's like a thing, but I mean I know for some plants like an aloe vera, um, is said to like grab the bad energy. But like this plant, like it was doing fine, and it's like it just like wanted to die, and I'm like, did it protect me from something? Do you guys believe in that? Do you believe in like that sort of energy thing? Uh, this plant, I come home and it's not come home. I mean like I came home like some other time the other week, and it was like withering away, and I'm like, what's going on? He's yawning. Anyways, um, I'm gonna end the episode here because I really don't know what I'm gonna talk about now. But I wanted to talk about those things. I'm gonna try this sort of thing out where if I think about like some random thoughts, I'm gonna just get my microphone and record it, because I feel like this is how I can flow, and just genuinely talk about whatever's in my head. And there's no right or wrong. And I can take as many pauses at it as I want, and I can just edit it later or whatever. I didn't even make an intro. I can just add an intro later. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Thanks for listening, whoever's listening. I know this podcast reaches far and wide to many of audiences, and I appreciate it, truly. Thank you, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, highly recommend you subscribe. Give me a follow anywhere you listen to my podcast. And I don't know what the next episode is going to be about. So, yeah. All right. Talk to you guys later. Hey, thanks for listening to this era. Please leave me a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. And be sure to give me a follow so you can experience a brand new episode. Thanks for listening. Catch you on the next one.